All right. Good morning, YouTube. Just bear with me for a moment while I get the stream set up on the Barcelona Trader website. Takes just a moment to get going in the mornings. Okay. Okay, we are live now on barcelonatrader.com under live streams. And let's pull up our morning briefing. All right. So I'm going to share this morning briefing in the YouTube chat. There that is. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, right now, let's just look at the spot gold price. This is the 1 minute chart. Let's go to the 5 minute chart. Well, let's go to the 15-minute chart actually and get kind of an overview here. So the market opened here at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. Last night in New York time. So we went up a little bit, we came down, we moved back up. The London session was spent up here between yesterday's value area low and these pivots. We have the daily pivot point, the weekly pivot point, and the monthly pivot point all clustered right here together. Now it took a few tries, took over an hour of trying to actually break through that. Each one of these candles is 15 minutes. So we had this first one come up at about 11:30 p.m. New York time last night, and it took until 12:30 p.m. to actually break through. And then it pretty much stayed above those pivots, at least dipped below the daily pivot point a couple times, but it pretty much stayed above the weekly pivot point until just a little while ago, around 6:45 a.m. It started to dip back down below the monthly pivot point, and it's coming back down here. You can ignore these lines here where it says pancakes. Those are a couple of references for me that don't have any bearing on today's session. You might hear Tono and I speaking about this later in the session. These are just some hedges that I have open for some other trades that I have going on in not my futures account. We're trading futures this morning, even though this is the spot gold chart. We do all of our charting on spot gold. That's where the levels are respected, but we do our trading at least for US-based traders on the futures chart. And Tono will also call out some spot trades later today. All right, so I'm going to change this back to the 5-minute chart because that is what I like to watch a little bit more closely when I'm trading on such a small time frame as is the 10-second chart. Okay, so here on the upper right, we have the DXY, which is the dollar index as measured against a basket of other currencies. The dollar has been pretty flat all night in Asia, came down a little bit between Asia and London, but pretty much came back up here. So we would call that kind of flat, maybe slightly down. And this is on the bottom here, on the bottom right, we have the same chart, the DXY, but the 1-minute chart. So each up here on top, each one of these candles is 30 minutes. Down here on the bottom, it takes 30 of these candles to show what happened inside one of these candles up here. Over here on the left side of the chart, we have both the 30-minute on top and the 1-minute on the bottom of the US government bonds, the 10-year yield. Right now we're at 4.71, but again, that's been pretty flat all night. Came down a little bit here, but also pretty flat, at least for the last 30 minutes or so. The VIX, which is the volatility index, it doesn't move during off hours of the stock market. So it closed around 4 p.m. yesterday at 17.28. If we go back over here to the daily brief, we can come down here and see how to read the VIX of 17 means we're normal worry levels, balanced trading conditions. So the world isn't, on fire, but it's also not the most peaceful that it has been, which would be, down here in the 12 to 15 range. Okay. Going back here to where we were, gold says it drifted lower to 30.38, but I think that is an AI error there because it actually came up to 33.38 overnight as the dollar resumed some of its strength. So it's saying that the dollar went up, and of course it did, at least yesterday in the New York session. All right, so really today is going to be driven by the CPI, which came out yesterday, and the PPI, Producers Price Index, that will come out today. These are both measures of inflation. Inflation and the jobs market is what drives the Fed's decision to leave interest rates the same or lower them. A second here, let me kind of go back and find my Zoom panel. There it is. I want to minimize that and set that over here so I can see as participants arrive. Right now I'm all by my lonesome here. Okay, so that's what's going to drive the Fed's decision to raise or lower interest rates. The Fed has a dual mandate to keep prices stable and maximum employment. They have a number of tools, but the primary tool that they have is adjusting interest rates. The narrative right now is that they have to keep interest rates relatively higher than they would otherwise like to because the Trump tariffs are expected to be adding to inflation, causing prices to go up. So they want to keep interest rates high so that the economy doesn't, so that inflation will not get out of hand. Trump, on the other hand, wants to fire Jerome Powell, the head of the Fed, because Trump wants interest rates to be lowered. So it's kind of ironic that the Fed has said that they would have lowered interest rates already if it weren't for Trump's tariffs policy. So the Fed is an independent body. The president, in theory, does not have the authority to fire the Fed chair, but he can put a lot of pressure on him and maybe force his resignation. All right, so that's the kind of the subplot going on there. Sentiment and flow. Retail is mixed long exposure. Right now we have retail about 51% long, 42% short on gold. Institutions are kind of waiting to see what this PPI is going to be and what the members of the Fed committee are going to say. A couple of them are speaking later today. Let me check that calendar and see exactly when that's going down. So today is Wednesday, July 16th. And what do we have? We have at 8:30 the core PPI and then the PPI month over month. FOMC Barkin speaks at 8 today, so that's in 45 minutes. So that might move the market a little bit. And then FOMC member Hammock speaks at 9:15. FOMC member Barr speaks at 10, and FOMC member Williams speaks at 6:30 p.m. this evening, all of that New York time. They aren't all, well, maybe they're speaking at the same place. I really don't have any idea, but there's a blackout period where they're not allowed to speak, and this is not one of the blackout periods. So they have speaking engagements around at different banking conferences and so forth. So anytime any one of them speaks, people listen for clues as to what the Fed might be thinking and might be doing, given any recent data that's coming out. Usually they try to be boring and not say anything that makes news, but every once in a while they say something that does, and then that moves the markets. And gold is especially sensitive to those kinds of of stimuli. All right, so it is between 7 and 8:20 a.m. now. That's the pre-open. So in theory, what we would be doing here is just kind of waiting. We don't see a lot of volume in the market, so just kind of waiting to see what's going on. And later it gives us some recommendations for different trades that we might want to take given where things could break out. If it breaks out above 33.46, so that is up here, that is in line with what I would say. We have a DM3, which is a pivot at 33.45, so anything above that would look like a clean run up to 33.53 or so. Is that what this said? Up to 33.55. Okay, I'd give it maybe not quite that far. Below 33.30, short signal. So below 33.30 is here where this pink line is. Again, this pink line doesn't mean anything that you have to worry about. That's just where I had a hedge previously placed, and I just wanted to keep that marked there so I knew where it was. So any break below here, I would say below here, because there's a little area of bull volume there that I have on an indicator, would be, a run down. So I would like to see price, in fact, if price comes down here with any conviction, there could be a trade in this area. Maybe pre-market. We'll see. I don't want to get stuck in the chop, but anyway. So that's really it. We're waiting for the CPI data at 8, or the PPI data at 8:30. And that's it for the pre-session briefing. All right, going to get my pad out so I can take notes, do my journaling as we trade. It is 7:22. I'm going to mark this as when my New York session begins. All right, so I'm just going to kind of try to reset myself here, get in the right mentality for trading. It's important to be in the right mindset, focused, calm. Committed to following my rules. I don't use hard stops. I use manual stops, which requires an extra degree of emotional discipline and fortitude. You can always find an excuse to stay in the trade if it's going against you. If you believe market structure might bring price back, you end up holding and hoping, which is not a great mentality to be in. Now, I am potentially watching the setup that is potentially occurring here. As price begins to come below. It'd be helpful if I were logged into my broker so I could press that buy and sell button. I am not logged into my broker, so I'm doing that now. Right, we are watching the 10-second chart here, but actually have my eye on the 1-minute chart. We see price moving up again to this swing high, which is also just below the weekly pivot point. It did dip below the monthly pivot point, but it's recovering. Don't really want to trade in that zone, even though we have, this is a nice movement here. That could have been a buy. These just aren't trades that I want to take. There's too much potential chop in here. We're moving through 3 main pivot points, all of them kind of bunched together right here, and just reeks of chop and unpredictability. As we get above this swing high here, if it does, you see it hit that back here at about 7:17 a.m. New York time. If we rise above that here with some momentum, then there could be a trade above here to take. On the flip side, that could be a sell trade to take back down. I'm not sure that's the game I want to play right now. Gotta take my morning meds. Okay, for now, we're not seeing any movement here. Really above or below. It's not coming back down with any conviction. Not really going up with any conviction.
Morning.
Morning.
How
How
you
are you
doing, brother?
doing?
Doing good, man.
Hey, it's Tono Miakoda.
I hear you. I hear you. You know what? I have to figure something out with Zoom because it is Zoom.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
that
minute
sucks.
logged in, the mouse becomes unresponsive. So I think what I'm going to do is open Zoom on a tablet.
You could do that. The other thing you might think about doing is, again, asking Chat G, describing the problem to Chat GPT and
Okay.
asking it if it knows of any solutions or if that problem has been reported before, and it might come up with some, it might know what you have to do.
Okay. Cool. Didn't look like it moved much.
No, I moved my pending up to 3332.
Okay. Where we at? 35? Where's 30?
We're at 35 and a half right now. Yeah.
35 and a half. All right. You're under the MPP.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
2 pips under the MPP.
Hopefully it'll break above the WPP and break
Yeah.
above that DPP and we'll be in business again.
Right. Yeah. It was there overnight. All of London was above all of the pivots, really. We have PPI at 8:30,
Yeah.
and there are a few FOMC members speaking throughout the day. The first one begins at 8 a.m.
All right. Get this thing working right quick.
Might have a trade here above this level.
So we're breaking the DPP. Yeah, looks
Yeah,
like it.
yeah, yeah. I think
Rejected.
they'll, yeah, I think there'll be a number of fake outs and
Yeah.
probably nothing to trade before the news anyway. But
Hmm.
we look at the channel here on the 1 minute, you see that it's kind of at the top of the channel, probably just topple over and come back down. But on the 5 minute, we're at the bottom of the channel, so who knows? After you left yesterday, we had a conversation with Rock, because I think right before he clicked off, he had mentioned that he was up 12 pips for the day.
Right.
But in talking, he mentioned that he might make those 12 pips, but he kind of gives it back in equity by stretching out his hedges or getting into a hedge that he didn't previously have. And so all of these times when he's, saying that he's made pips, he is technically making those pips, but he's stretching out his account, or in a couple of instances, he made, like the other day, he said he made 24 pips, but then kind of gave it all back because he closed a couple of open hedges and took the losses, took the loss, just to kind of keep his account clear.
Right.
But, I told him that I had done that countless times. There's no reason to be embarrassed or ashamed that you do that. That's part of the game. And
Part of the game, yeah.
Certainly I did that many times.
But he has to get into cleaner trades, though.
Yeah, I
You
told
know
him
what I
that
mean?
too. Yeah, we talked about how you get into maybe 1-2 hedges a week at most, and that I couldn't go one session without getting into a hedge or two, and that
Yeah.
part of the hedging game is not having to do it that often.
Yeah, one of the things I noticed when and I don't beat anybody up over it because everybody has to find their own trading style, right? But when he says, "Oh man, I made 20 pips, I made 15 pips," and I didn't see anything,
Yeah,
then he's trading just to be trading.
yeah,
And if you're trading just to be trading, you're going to wind up with, like I told you, 8 or 10 trades on your board.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because a monkey can make money just hitting a buy or sell button, right?
yeah,
They got a 50-50 chance on being right. So, a monkey can make the 10 pips a day, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be in a bunch of fucked up trades. You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, yep,
That just throws his account at some point. It becomes so lopsided that after you've worked an entire month for your money, you can't take it out because you got more on the wrong side, heavier on the wrong side than on the positive side. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
it's exactly. Yeah,
And I've told Rock this a couple of times that, I said, listen, Rock, if you're taking these trades, listen, I'm happy for you. I was hoping they were clean trades.
yeah,
But if you're trading just to get the pips and you're not trading to protect the account, then they're not clean pips, and therefore you can't really count them as profitable.
right, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
But
this continues to go up.
I don't question anybody because it's possible that any trader could be a better trader than me. It's
Yeah,
just that's possibility, right? So if I didn't see anything and somebody saw something and got 10 pips, God bless them. You know what I mean?
right,
You
right,
know, show me how you're doing it next. You know what I mean?
right, right, right.
I'm
I
not.
mean, I agree with that. I think we have to assume that it's very unlikely anyone's going to be a better trader than you. I mean, they could be, but I think that that likelihood is very, very slim, especially starting out.
I don't know, man. My wife is a very, very meticulous trader, which makes her a much better trader than me.
Yeah,
She might take half the trades I might take. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Women, I think for some reason, women make better traders than men.
huh,
I don't know why. Maybe we're risk takers or
yeah,
competitive or whatever the reason is, but she'll sit back and just cherry pick a trade, be right.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow. Does she trade every day?
Not every day. No.
Does she have her own setup?
Yeah, she has her own setup. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, she trades about 3 days out of the week,
Uh-huh.
you know. But I'm telling you, when we used to sit side by side and trade, and I was like, what? Like, what?
Right.
Uh, I would sit there and I would be taking trades and she wouldn't be. And I'm like, you're not gonna make any money. You're missing this trade. No, I don't think that was a good one. Even though
Uh-huh.
I made money,
Right.
right? And
Yeah.
then at the end, I would be like, okay, I did like 6 trades and you did like three, and you made your $500. Like, what? Like,
Wow. Wow.
so yeah, they can be better than me, man. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Every trader has their own thing, and all I could do is give you a recipe,
Yeah.
and you add to that recipe what you may, and it might taste better at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not vain in the sense that I'm the teacher and therefore I know everything.
Hmm.
I'm always open to learn new stuff. It's all about evolving, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all about evolving. As we can see, if we don't evolve and start including ChatGPT, we're going to be outdated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's all about evolving.
Yeah.
So when Brock says he makes his pips, I'm good for him, man. I'm happy for him.
Hmm.
Maybe I need to check myself, but then I look in the mirror and go, you, you know, whatever somebody else did is none of my problem, not my business.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because
Hmm.
once you start looking down that mirror, you become
Yeah.
competitive and you got to catch up, and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you just fall. Oh, it's like falling off the wagon. You're breaking your rules again.
Yeah.
Because I can go back and take my nap after trading and honestly say, I just didn't see it today.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm all right with that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if I have a negative day, I'm all right with the negative day because I just couldn't get the rhythm of it. Wasn't my day. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with video enabled press. So yeah, Zoom, ChatGPT gave me a couple of workarounds I'm going to try after we get off.
Oh, okay. So my wife reads me this article this morning. I'll tell you about it.
Okay.
She says, all right, so you have do you like dogs?
Oh, I love dogs.
Okay, so you've adopted a dog and a cat from the pet shelter. And when
Hold
you
on a
adopt
second,
it,
1 second, because we're
okay.
above 39 now.
Oh, yep.
When did that happen?
Just yeah, just now.
I just now.
Uh yeah. So we've got a little resistance
A
coming
little
up here on the
resistance
1 minute.
coming up. All right, we got time. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, we'll just watch this. All right, so you've adopted a dog and a cat from the shelter. They were in bad shape when you got them, but you nursed them both back to health. And they love you, you love them. And one day you have to go away for a couple days, and you ask one of your neighbors, a guy named Benny or something
Hmm.
to, if he can take care of your dog and your cat and make sure they have food and water and everything while you're away. And you and this neighbor have, exchanged, small favors in the past. And so you go away and you come back, and when you come back, the cat is, just fine in your house, but the dog isn't there. So you go over to Benny's house and you say, "Hey, do you have my dog?" And Benny says, and he's very apologetic. He says that he took the dog out for a walk, and the leash broke, and he ran away, and he hasn't been able to find him, and he's so sorry, and he offers to help you find him.
Hmm.
And you're distraught, and you're trying to find the dog, and Benny helps you to kind of find the dog, but can't find the dog, and he kind of gets upset about having to help you, and insists it was just an accident. And then, a couple days later, this new guy comes to your door, and you open the door, and he's, either kind of drunk or high. You're not really sure, but something's off about him. And he asks you if he can get another bait dog from you. And you're like,
What?
"What?" You're like, "What?" And he says, "Well, yeah, Benny down the street told me that he got a bait dog from you. We're into dog fighting, and we got a bait dog from you. He put him in the ring, and my dog King, who we like to train for fights, broke his neck really quickly, and so I just thought I'd see if you have another bait dog for us." And you tell the guy to get out of there, and your blood is boiling, and you go confront Benny, and you say, "Hey, Benny, like, what the hell? This is what the other guy told me." And Benny denies it, and he seems normal. He's like, "I don't know. That's crazy." And you say, "Listen, Benny, I'm gonna call the cops if you don't level with me. Tell me what's going on." And finally, Benny tells you that, yeah, he's into this illegal dog fighting ring, and that he took your dog, and when it died really quickly, and so he threw it into a dumpster,
Mm,
and tells you to go mind your own business, or he's gonna he's armed, and he's gonna cause problems for you. Just stay the fuck out of his business.
mhm.
And so the question is, do you feel vengeful against Benny, and do you retaliate against him? Do you try to get revenge? And this was a story that was used by academics to tell students, to imagine themselves in this situation,
Hmm.
and to talk about revenge.
Hmm.
So I'll stop there for a minute and just kind of see what you think. What would you do?
Well, the minute the guy came into my house and said that my dog was used as bait, and
Hmm.
I know I gave my dog to Benny, and
Yeah,
he ain't around no more,
yeah.
I wouldn't have asked Benny anything. Benny be dead in the dumpster just like my dog. They be looking for Benny.
Okay.
I like dogs more than I like people.
Right,
So,
right, right, right.
you know the song Freddy's Dead by, Superfly soundtrack? It'd be Benny
Yeah.
dead.
All right. Well,
So I failed.
well, yeah, it's not fail or pass. They were trying to study the science. They were trying to create some science around the motivations involving revenge. And
Okay.
the idea was that almost they tried to categorize the top 20 worst human atrocities in history.
Hmm.
And I don't know what criteria they used, but the conclusion was that 19 of history's worst 20 atrocities were driven by perceived revenge, including Hitler, who felt that the Jews had betrayed the country.
Hmm.
And other genocides and political rivalries and things like that ended up, they say, over history, killing 150 million people or something like that, have been driven by revenge. And
Right.
that almost all human violence is driven by the feeling of revenge in one party or the other. And and then they started talking about, studies that they've done about hormones in the human body, whether it's stress hormones, cortisol, or dopamine, or whatever.
Okay.
And they said that when you are on tilt, when you're on revenge, your brain is in the same state as when it's on drugs,
Is that
and
right?
wanting that next hit. Yeah.
I can understand that.
And so as she was explaining this to me, I was thinking about the two or three people in my life, over the course of my life, who I have felt very strong desires to exact revenge upon. But I was also thinking about revenge trading, and how, when you take a loss and you feel it was unjust, or that, you made a mistake, that you'd give anything to take it back. Um, and how that feeling overcomes you, and you go on tilt and you want revenge on the market right away.
Right,
You don't
right,
want to wait for that gratification,
right,
and how it's a drug, and you have to, and why it's so hard to repress that, because we're wired that way.
they're wired that way. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. Imagine, dogs with me, man. They're so they love unconditionally,
Yeah.
and I don't believe that they should suffer at all. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a cat per What's this thing? The world's deadliest addiction is popping up on brain scans. Really?
Yeah.
I have to read that. That's crazy, man. But that's why they also say, when you want revenge or you hate somebody, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. You're only
Right.
really hurting yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like for years, man, my family had it rough, right?
Hmm.
It was a lot of us, 14 of us. And we weren't very wealthy at all. So my brothers robbed banks. You know what I mean? They were
Hmm.
when they were out of jail, we lived like lifestyles of the rich and famous. But when they were in jail, it was it was the complete opposite, right?
Right.
So when I started making money in music, I would take care of everybody. But then I realized that I forgot how it works. It's like once you do something for somebody once, and then you do it for them again, and then you do it
Hmm.
for them again and again, it's the anticipation. And once you
Yeah.
don't do it for them, they got what is it? Resentment.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
years, I've helped my family out, family members, because there's so
Hmm.
many of them. First of all, right?
Hmm.
It'd be different if I only had a brother or a sister. But
Right.
when you
Right.
got 13 brothers and sisters,
Right. Right.
you know what I mean? It becomes a lot. So, when I started saying no, when I started saying no was when the I gave them the fish and the bait and the fishing rod. You know what I
Yeah.
mean by that?
Yeah. Yep.
Like when I started trading is when I started saying no. Isn't that
Mm.
crazy? Because I figured if I can wake up, show up, and work, then they can do the same.
Right.
But
Yeah.
they don't want to learn. Only a couple of them learn how to trade.
Huh.
And the ones that didn't, when they call up for money, I go, I don't have it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Nope. Did I tell you the one about my brother Carl?
No, well, I don't know. I don't think so.
So, he called up for some money. He needed some money. And I said, listen, man, this it's been years since he asked. So I hit him off, right?
Hmm.
And I said, listen, I'm gonna ask you again. Do you want to learn how to trade? He said, man, I need to get a computer and blah 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 blah. I helped him get a computer. I set up his trade station. We go on for like 3 or 4 days. He disappears. I don't hear from him for the next lesson. And then a week goes by, and I called him and said, "What's up?" You know, I gave him the money for the computer, set the computer up for him, spent hours, on the first few lessons. What's up? I gotta be honest with you, Tone. I said, "What?" It's not clicking with me, man. It's just not clicking. I can't.
Yeah.
It's not for me, man. And I said, "All right, I respect that. I respect you don't want to waste my time anymore. I
Mm,
appreciate you telling me now than just getting on for an hour every couple days and wasting my time knowing that it ain't for you, right?"
mm, mm,
So he said, yeah. So I wasn't mad at him. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's just not for everybody, right? But if you don't
right.
try it, then you can't get nothing from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So about a month goes by, and I throw up a thing on Facebook for that. My company was Dakota FX Group at the time, right? And I put up some results, and
Just a
it was
second.
yeah.
My dog needs to go out. Just a second. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, do your thing.
Sorry, she was begging to go outside, and I know what that means. I'm gonna have to clean something up if she doesn't go outside.
Oh man, it's going down.
Yeah.
But we got the pivot that's probably gonna stop it. Was that the 8 o'clock?
That was no, that's 8:04. It's been 8 o'clock already.
All right, now back up. So anyway, so I throw this thing up as the Coda FX group. I show my daily results. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
On Facebook, and he hits me. Wow, this is impressive, man. This is really impressive. Oh, and I was charging $2,500, right?
Yeah.
For 6 month mentorship thing. So he says, I'm ready to join right now, man. Tell me what I gotta do. So I said, what do you gotta do? Yeah, what do I have to do? I
Hmm.
said, this motherfucker don't even know he's talking to his brother. I said, Carl, yeah. I said, you realize this is your brother, right? Tone, this is you? Yeah. Oh, this is great, man. Yeah, man. I'm down, man. I'm down. I'm down. He's stuttering and stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
You know. So I
Wow.
said, look, I gotta run. So I didn't really finish speaking to him. But I say, isn't it this motherfucker was gonna pay some stranger $2,500 to teach him what I had
Uh-huh.
already started teaching him for free.
Wow.
Can
Yeah.
you can you even put that wrap your head around that?
No.
I never even set him up, man. I said I'm not helping him. Let him find
Wow.
somebody else. You know,
Yeah.
unbelievable. I
Uh,
said, what an idiot, man.
uh, yeah.
So I guess what he was going to do was go learn from an expert,
Yeah.
come back and teach me. Like I'll show you.
Right. Wow.
I'm like fucking idiots, man. I was like, I said, I can't even wrap my head around it. And for a minute, I was really mad at him. But then I thought about it. I said, this shit keeping me up at night. He's sleeping.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I said, let it go. Another day, another world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just unbelievable, man.
Yeah. It's
But yeah,
getting some volume coming in here. It looks like it wants to go up.
yeah, but it's that resistance on the 1 minute and the 5 minute is I guess it's at 40. Let's see if it breaks it. Yeah,
I don't
but
want
that's
to.
the kind
I'm
kind
gonna
of
get in.
you
Oh
getting in?
shit! I
I
did. I
wouldn't
shouldn't
get
have.
in. No.
Nope.
I was going to try and tell you not to, but you
Yep.
pushed it too fast.
I did. Is it gonna come back up here, or am I gonna regret this?
It'll come back up.
If it doesn't come up quickly, though, I'm gonna get out. I uh I saw it going
You,
up, and I
you know what you got to do? Sit on your hands, literally,
yeah,
because by the time it takes you to take your hands from underneath your butt, can be
yeah,
the difference between a bad trade. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just you don't have to be. I keep telling you, you don't have to be the first in, man. If
I
you're
know.
trying to be the first in, then that means you are it's not a good trade.
Yep. I know. I
You know
know.
what I
I
mean?
I, I know I made a mistake. I know. I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
I got this just as you got in, it choked itself.
Yeah. All right. The wrinkle's pointing down. I think I just need to exit. Let's see. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, it looks
out.
like it wants to come down.
All right. That was a stupid trade. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
You didn't lose a lot though, right?
No, 180.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. That's coming down with conviction.
Yeah. That would have been a trade. But the WPP is right there. It's really stuck between these pivots,
Yeah,
major pivots.
yeah,
I'll just wait for the news. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's probably going to come in hot and go down.
Yeah.
All right, 1 minute for the COMEX open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In 1 second. I'm gonna try something real quick.
Sure.
Line up with the Zoom.
Okay.
So 8:30 gives us something.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a Galaxy tablet?
No, no.
All right.
Now I need revenge on this market, damn it.
Take this thing back to factory settings.
Guess I'm gonna let this hedge at 33.32.
Is that where you're at?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's probably coming down. It doesn't look like it was able to beat the pivots today.
So,
Let's see what happens at 8 o'clock.
we got a minute and a half for
Yeah.
8:30.
Yeah, 8:30. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Bloomberg brings you conversations that allow for deep discussions and important insights. What do you think the future is for inflation? Is this a new normal? Are markets too optimistic? How do you worry about the things that are outside your control? How does the current fighting completely stop? I'm Francine Lacqua, and this is The Pulse, every weekday only on Bloomberg.
Our global headquarters in New York, I'm Danny Berger. Welcome to Bloomberg Brief. Let's set your agenda.
Bloomberg Brief delivers the market news, data, and analysis you need live every weekday only on Bloomberg. Context changes everything. It's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. We'll show you what's happening in ETFs like no one else. ETF IQ, only on Bloomberg.
Listen carefully. Can you hear the rhythm in the markets? Not just in the syncopations triggered by inflation, but in the preludes leading to global elections, in the dissonance that moves the Nikkei, and the rising course conducted by AI. There's music in the markets, and if
Here we go, there it
to
is.
listen for it, we'll show you how.
Yeah. You didn't get hedged, did you?
No.
The open about 60 minutes away, seconds away from another read on US inflation. This time it's PPI. The scores into that data point look like this. Equity futures just about positive on the S&P 500, down a tenth on the Nasdaq. In the bond market, 2-year, 10-year, 30-year, check out 30s. That yield sitting right on top of 5%.
0%.
5% this morning on 10s,
Lower than
446.
expected.
On 2s, 394. With the data, here's Mike McKee. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, John. It's coming in lower than anticipated at this point, with final demand headline at 0.0, ex-food and energy 0.0, and ex-food, energy, and trade 0.0. So a remarkable kind of performance there. Year over year, we're at 2.3%. That's a significant drop from 2.6%. For core, it's 2.6%, down from 3%, and for food, energy, and trade X, it's 2.5, down from 2.7. So this is a number you can bet that the White House will be touting as evidence that there are no tariff pressures. We'll have to see where the actual prices came in here. Final demand goods did rise 0.3%, while services declined by 0.1%. And this being a service economy, that probably had a lot to do with it. I'll check out the details as you check out the markets.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Yesterday, a downside.
All right, I'm going to click that off. I guess we have our inflation data.
Okay.
And we have some upward momentum here on the 10-second chart. Let's see where 1 minute is here. So we're back up above the pivots, the monthly pivot, the weekly pivot, and the daily pivot. But
I'm below the daily
chart,
pivot.
Yeah, no, we're coming back down. Yeah, it just dipped back below. Yep. So let's see how the market reacts here. I guess it looked like the initial direction was downward, and it's coming back. So maybe that's the direction we're picking now for the day.
Yeah, it's coming down.
All right, I think I'm going to get hedged here in just a second. No, it's coming back up. Fickle.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a little trip around the block here. We have the dollar down on that news, but kind of bouncing back as well. Yields down. 30-minute, 1 minute, 5-minute spot gold. Not making up its mind. It can't really get through these pivots either direction.
Yeah, explain the pivots again.
Very choppy. Very choppy.
Yeah.
It's like Sade came in, Iman's friend.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she sent a message saying good morning, but then I think she left.
She probably missed the email.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're stuck in between these damn pivots, the same pivots from last night.
Yeah. And the relative strength between the dollar and gold is near parity, a little bit weaker dollar, or a little bit weaker gold, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's not playing nice. It's just going to take my 180
Yeah.
bucks and call it a day. That's what
What
it's
it's
going to
gonna
do.
do. Exactly what it's
Yeah.
gonna do.
Nasty, nasty, nasty gold.
It's not
I
giving
forget.
you an opportunity.
No. I need to start naming the charts again. So I know who to be mad at.
I'm gonna get this Samsung Galaxy tablet ready for a Zoom.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
is that what GPT suggested?
No, I'm gonna try that first too, but I can't do it while I'm on the session because I gotta do the graphics cards and all this other stuff. So I'll be shut down, reshutting, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what's weird about my Tradeovate is that I have my top steps are showing up on one thing as a group, but then my elite is showing up on another along with the top steps as if I put it in that group.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I didn't.
You have the elite and the top steps in your same Tradeovate account? Because my top step and elites show up in separate Tradeovate accounts.
Hold on a second. Oh no, this is a Top Step demo account. So why is it showing up here? I don't even use this anymore. It's not even in the group, so why is it even showing up there? When we get off, I'm gonna have to do some work on this system.
Morning.
Hey.
What's up, brother?
I'm having internet problem. My internet been out.
Your friend Sade showed up for just a moment. She said hello in the group chat, but then she did an Irish goodbye.
Were you able to see her, or just something she wrote?
Just something she wrote. Yeah, she said good morning everyone or something, and but by the time I saw it and answered, she had already left.
Yeah, she probably get back on when she get to the job. She get to the job about 8:15.
Well, she didn't see you and didn't feel comfortable being on with strangers. Like stranger danger.
Yeah, I'm gonna text.
You haven't missed anything. It's stuck between these damn pivots all morning.
I know it, just like it was last night.
Yep. Oh, we forgot to applaud E-Man's arrival.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, we're not getting any movement out of this thing.
Yeah.
Can feel myself getting a little anxious.
It's stuck. It's not doing anything. But as soon as we get off, it'll do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on. I'm gonna stay on until, 10:30, 11 or something, just to make sure I give it the time. Give it the time to give me my money back.
back down to the MPP. It's going to go right back up to it.
Yeah.
Did y'all jump on that move?
No.
What move?
Just,
From 37 to 30. It's
No.
creeping down, huh?
There was
I
no
got it.
move.
I got
Yeah.
hedged though.
More like a
Hedge kicked
fall.
him.
Yeah, my hedge triggered. Yep.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, that was your hedge on a regular XAU.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
I
you'll
had
be
it
able to get out of it because it's about to fall a little bit. It'll catch it when it's turning around. Will it hit
Yeah,
you at 30?
I'll probably take this if it breaks through here.
Yeah.
The rock star ain't on today.
No.
No, I think he said he wasn't going to be on today. He'll come back tomorrow.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's going to hedge me and then just go back up. That is impolite. That is impolite.
So it did hedge you?
Yeah.
Look at this bullshit. This is kind of a funny day, man. 33, 35, 37.
Yeah. You know, it's been funny days the last few days.
Yeah.
And the trading has been difficult, you know, like pulling teeth, really.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it's concerning to me because I don't know how much of that is AI behind it and how much of that is just, you know, usual summer chop.
I think it's summer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm. I think you think it's summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
You got to think a lot of the top traders ain't trading right now.
Yeah.
They, they make big money. They're out in the Hamptons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got just a bunch of retail traders that don't know any better.
Here we are.
Yeah. No catalyst to move the market. And it's summer. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when it comes to AI, I don't think AI is going to affect us. I think what AI is going to do is going to affect those, what do they call it? There's a word for it. I just can't think of it offhand. Where there are multiple trades going in at multiple in seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
No. What do you mean?
Like I had a robot. You remember that robot, E-Man? You still there?
Yeah. Can you hear
Remember
me?
the robot we had?
Uh-huh.
You remember how many trades it was putting in by the seconds?
Yeah, man. It'll throw in 1,000 trades.
There's a word for it. I just can't think of it offhand.
High frequency trading.
High frequency trading. Yeah, that's what I think AI is going to take over with, the high frequency trading.
Yeah.
And it's something you're talking about that, because a couple people been asking me about it at restaurants and whatnot. They'll come up to me and ask me a question. I said, look, man, you can go buy you one, and that's fine. But you still need to know how to trade in order to control that thing, because if you put 10 grand in there, that robot using every bit of that 10 grand. You know?
Yeah, the problem with the robot is that with the high frequency trading, it works like this. When it's a ranging market like today, it will make you a millionaire. When it's a trending market, it'll blow your account quicker than you can blink your eye.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Michael, I tell you, this thing was
because it adds to bad trades. It'll continue adding to bad trades with larger lot sizes, waiting for it to come back down. You remember what you did yesterday, Mike?
Me? Yeah.
You remember the trade? Yeah, you remember the trade you did?
Yeah.
You added a lot size and you didn't have to go as far.
Yeah, 2 days ago. Yep.
2 days ago. That's what high frequency trading does.
Mm-hmm.
It'll trade against the market with larger lot sizes, so that when it turns back around, it just has to go very short distance. But the problem with that is when it's trending, it doesn't turn around.
Yeah.
Right. So it has all these big lot sizes, and it doesn't recognize that it's not turning around. So it keeps adding even larger lot sizes.
Right.
And I think that's what I don't think AI is going to be able to do what we do. And man, at least I'm hoping it doesn't,
Well, the problem is it's going to be smarter than us.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a problem.
That's a problem.
Okay, we have 15 seconds before the 9 o'clock.
My only concern with AI, well, let's see what it does. My main concern with AI is that if it knows where the order blocks are and stuff like that, that we don't, the things that we don't see,
and
it's making decisions based on better information than what we have, then it might be a problem.
Yeah.
But I still think we could we're not really trading against the real traders anyway. We're just snatching crumbs, man.
Yeah.
I always think there's going to be room for crumb snatchers. That's what we should call ourselves, the crumb snatchers.
The crumb snatcher trading group.
Yeah.
Tono, have you even placed the trade today?
No. Not one. This is all it's been doing. It's been trading between 33, the monthly pivot, 35, the weekly pivot, 37, the daily pivot. Back and forth between those two pip zones creeping.
I'll be right back.
9 o'clock came and went.
Yeah. This is horrible.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I'll
it is.
call it.
All right.
You're gonna stay
I'm,
on?
I'm going to stay on for a little bit. Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah.
careful because don't get tempted without me.
Yeah, I won't.
All right.
Only if I see a very clean setup.
Yeah, I'm gonna start breaking this. I'm gonna close everything down. I'm gonna do my updates on my graphic cards and stuff like that, and see if I can get around this Zoom issue.
All right.
You
Good
know,
luck.
E-Man still there?
I think so.
He sleep.
I think he stepped away from his computer for a minute.
All
Oh,
right.
there you go. He said he'd be back. Yeah.
All right. Be
All right.
careful.
See
All
ya.
right.
Bye-bye. Hello.
Ooh, that's a lot of money I missed out on. Tono gone.
Yeah. Sorry, just a second. I'm on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tono left. He was he felt like the market wasn't going to be doing anything interesting for the rest of the day. Kind of wish I had gotten into that.
Yeah, I would have. I've been preparing. I gotta go out of town to an appointment today.
Oh,
So
okay.
I haven't even really been in front of the screen, but now I am.
Hmm.
I would have rolled that back up from 30 to at least the daily pivot.
Yeah, if it gets there.
Well, it was just at 38. It crossed it.
Yeah.
39. Yeah, it went to 39. But it didn't fully break it, just a week.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, right, the daily pivot. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the DM3. I was looking up there at the DM3. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Were you able to get out that bottom trade down there? Your hedge?
No.
What was it at? You triggered at 30?
At 32.
Yeah, I got a hedge at 43 and 67. That's my hedge trade.
Mm.
It's trying to go up, but it's just taking forever.
Yeah, it's just kind of grinding. There's nothing really pushing the market.
Yep, 3 weeks has been like this, man.
Yeah, it has been painfully slow. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a little sell here.
What'd you decide to do?
Took a little sell.
Okay. Well, you see, you got that right here at 35. Got a resistance on your black charts.
What do
What's
we
that?
got? 35?
Minute, 1 minute chart.
Oh, that little gray zone there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have the 9:30 candle coming up in 1 minute. I might regret this. That's going to give me a little bit. I'll be able to get out of this before that hits. Yeah, I'm just going to get out of it here with $10, so I'm not in it when the 9:30 opens. Yeah. All right, there it is. See, that would have done great. But I couldn't predict that. It could have gone the other direction.
Yeah.
No, 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 no.
Which you took a sale?
You took another sell. I should not have. I should not have. I'm not reading the market right. I gotta stop.
Now, when this thing on its way back up, you should jump out of your hedge. Because you see it's playing between 30 and 36, the daily pivot.
Yeah.
I actually like when you're doing stuff like this. It's easy money. It might go on and drop because it's stuck.
Yep.
Might come all the way down to 22. Took $65. It's coming on down. See, now you definitely got a lot of wiggle room to get out that hedge on the way back up now. That's what you want.
Now I moved it. I already got out of it. I moved it down to 28 and I got rehedged.
Mm.
Motherfucker.
Yes, I just took a $85 and a $65, then a
great.
$50 on the XAU. But the futures, I did the 85 and 65. It's bagging up to drop. It's trying to get around that little resistance there. A part of me want to say I'm done.
Yeah, well, quit while you're ahead. That's what you should do.
I made $82 on the XAU, and I made 173
That's great.
on the futures, and that was just then. I hadn't placed the trade all day.
That's great.
But it's coming on down. It's gonna touch 22. But it's just moving so funny. It just make you just want to set out, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'd be smart and just go get me something to eat.
That sounds like what I would. Well, that sounds like you should. Just quit while you're ahead. Yeah. I'm probably going to call it here too in just a minute. All right. Yeah, I'm going to call it.
Yeah, you have a good chance at getting out of that hedge though. Just keep watching that.
Yeah, I'll be watching that one. Yeah,
because it's coming back up, bro, and it's gonna go to 36. It's just trying to pull up. All right.
All righty, man. I will see you tomorrow or whenever you're back.
All right. All right.
All right. Have a good one.